All right, everybody, welcome back. We are diving deep today.
Into the world of Vegas, baby. Vegas shows.
Yeah, we're looking at
All the hot shows.
all the hottest tickets on the strip, all the stuff that's happening right now in Vegas.
I mean, this is the place to be if you want to see a show, right?
Yeah, if you're thinking about planning a trip, we've got kind of a snapshot of all the coolest things happening, all the biggest, most popular shows.
Yeah, what's trending, what's drawing the crowds.
Exactly.
What are the must-sees?
And I think we can use this to help you, our listeners, figure out, like, even if you've never been to Vegas before, like, what show is right for you?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, they think of Vegas shows and it's like, oh, sequins and feathers.
Yeah.
But it's so much more than that. Like, there's such a variety that really, no matter what your taste is, there's going to be something there for you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Our source even says Las Vegas is always ablaze with electrifying entertainment. I mean, it really is. Like, that's the whole vibe of the city, right?
Yeah, I mean, Vegas is all about pushing boundaries, and the shows are no exception. They've got the resources, they've got the technology, they've got the talent to just create these really over-the-top spectacles that you wouldn't see anywhere else.
Okay, so let's jump into some specifics here.
Yeah.
We've got this list of, like, the must-see shows.
Some top shows.
Yeah. And this is the stuff that's really drawing crowds right now. And first up, we've got, she's basically the queen, Shania Twain.
Oh,
come on, residency.
all those hits.
It's all the hits. So this is for a listener, who loves Shania, who wants to sing along. But what is it about this show? Is it more than just her up there with, a band playing the songs?
It's so much more than that. It's a full-on Vegas spectacle. There's costume changes, there's dancers, there's pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
I read that, during Man, I Feel Like a Woman, she, rides across the stage on a motorcycle.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the next level stuff. Like, that's what makes it a Vegas show.
And it's all decked out in, sparkling lights, and it's pure Shania, pure energy.
And speaking of energy, another huge name in the country music world, Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks. Oh yeah, the Plus One show.
Now, somebody who maybe isn't a huge country music fan, what would be the draw? What would be the appeal of a show like Garth Brooks in Vegas?
Well, Garth Brooks, he kind of bridges that gap, right, between classic country and more contemporary.
Oh yeah.
And so I think he appeals to a broader audience. I mean, of course, he plays all the big hits.
You gotta play it.
Friends in Low Places, all those. But he also mixes in some newer stuff to keep it fresh, and he's an amazing performer too.
Yeah.
He's got that really down-to-earth charisma.
That connection with the audience.
Yeah, he connects with the audience.
Yeah, and the cool thing about these residencies, like we said before, it's not a one-night only thing. So, if you're planning a trip, you have a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah, one more wiggle room.
Yeah. Now we're going to switch gears a little bit. This one, our source is describing this show, Absinthe, as outrageous and provocative. Definitely not for the faint of heart.
Oh yeah, Absinthe is a whole other animal.
Like, I'm intrigued, but I'm also kind of like, what is this?
It's where I think Vegas's kind of wild side really comes out to play. It's set in this kind of intimate, smoky theater, and the stage it's in the round, so the performers are right up in your face.
Oh wow.
And they do these crazy acrobatic feats, just inches above your head, and
wow.
And then you add in the burlesque elements. Right. So think vintage cabaret, but with a modern, edgy twist. And then you've got comedians who are just, they're fearless. They're pushing boundaries. They're making you laugh. They're making you think.
So it's a lot rolled into one.
It's a lot. It's
Yeah.
a sensory overload. It's designed to make you gasp, make you laugh, maybe make you flush a little bit.
It's an experience. Yeah, you're not going to forget it. Okay, so for somebody who wants spectacle, but maybe wants something a little more, shall we say, refined.
A little more classic, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't talk about Vegas without talking about magic.
True.
Right. And we've got the legend himself, David Copperfield.
Oh, yeah.
He's still going strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can we expect from a David Copperfield show?
It's all about the grand illusion, like classic magic, disappearing acts, mind-bending tricks,
Right.
all done on this massive scale. I mean, he makes like a whole train disappear,
It's gotta be pretty impressive to see in person, yeah.
It's really something else.
But for somebody who wants a little more humor with their magic,
A little twist.
yeah, a little twist, our source recommends Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller. Oh yeah.
Now, what makes them different?
Penn and Teller are like the anti-Copperfield, right? They debunk the magic, they expose the tricks.
Oh, interesting.
But they do it in such a clever, funny way that it actually makes it more entertaining.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, and they incorporate like social commentary into their act,
Oh.
which adds another layer to it. So, you're laughing, you're thinking,
Right, you're engaged.
you're engaged. Yeah, it's a really smart show.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Okay, and last but not least, of course, you cannot talk about Vegas shows without
Soup du Soleil, of course.
We've got 2 shows highlighted here, O and Ka.
Yeah. And Cirque du Soleil, it's like synonymous with Vegas spectacle,
Absolutely.
right? It's just like breathtaking. The stage is a giant pool, and the performers move so seamlessly between like the water and the air. It's a combination of acrobatics, synchronized swimming, diving, dance, all this stuff.
Very immersive. Yeah.
It's very immersive, the music, the lighting, everything.
And Ka.
Ka is more narrative driven, so it tells this epic story of twins who are on a quest.
Oh, cool.
And the staging is like groundbreaking. They use this massive vertical stage that like rotates and tilts, creating these unbelievable visual effects.
That's what they're known for, that kind of like...
Yeah, that cutting edge technology and that
Yeah.
pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Yeah. So, if you want something that's really, visually stunning and just like a feast for the senses, is amazing. If you want something that's a little bit more, story driven and dramatic, Ka is incredible.
Yeah, there's really, really something for everybody here, like you said. Now, as you're planning your trip to Vegas, remember to check dates, times, all that kind of stuff, because these things can change. Our source recommends visiting the Visit Las Vegas website
Yeah, that's a great resource.
for the latest info and book tickets.
Yeah.
So we've talked about a lot of shows, a lot of different genres, different styles.
I think the takeaway here is, Vegas shows, they're not just entertainment, it's an experience,
Yeah.
And it's an experience that really caters to every taste. So, what are you drawn to? What's your Vegas show personality? I want you to think about that.
What is your Vegas show personality?
Mm.
I love that. I think that's the perfect note to end on. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See ya!